Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Yo, Amu Yum Yum. Get up, we gotta go. Yo, Amu Yum Yum.
Yeah. I'm up.
Alright, we'll get it together, we gotta go.
Go where?
You ain't heard? Al-Khilafah has been reestablished. Bi-idhnillah.
Say word. Allahu Akbar.
Gather all the fam. We heading out after Dhuhr, inshallah.
Inshallah, bet.
Like right after Dhuhr.
Got it.
Alright, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Sunlight just hit my window, that's shuru. Up since Fajr when I got the good news. To the believers, I must say Mabruk, and even to the Kafirs, y'all can come too. All I ask first, let us get it together. Initially gon' be some stormy weather. We must have sabr for Allah's pleasure. About to head to Khilafah, ain't no place better. I'm going back to the Dola. 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 It's part of my iman, I make hijrah to the land, but Allah's enemies oppose this plan. I advise that you should creep out slow, in case the kuffar won't let us go, and move freely to the land of belief. Not that fake tawheed practiced in Saudi, talking about the real one under Shari'ah. Wanna stay behind, hell, I ain't mad at ya. All alphas leaving, only betas resist. Let me spell my name in case you missed it. It's the big A, M-O-O-Y-U, M-Y-U-M, thought you knew. If Shari'ah sovereign, I'm a citizen. Taqwa turned up, any man on 10. I'm going back to the Dola. 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 If I'm gonna choose a land, I got to choose a Dola. Islamia, I'm out here, see ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya living under kufr, especially after there's a Khilafah, and not just a land that's full of believers. While the leadership on that hook but dunya. Don't let the Kufi and the Arab clothes fool ya. Talking about ruling by Quran and Sunnah. I'm going back to the Dola. 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 In the near future. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Yo, Amu Yum Yum. Get up, we gotta go. Yo, Amu Yum Yum.
Yeah. I'm up.
Alright, we'll get it together, we gotta go.
Go where?
You ain't heard? Al-Khilafah has been reestablished. Bi-idhnillah.
Say word. Allahu Akbar.
Gather all the fam. We heading out after Dhuhr, inshallah.
Inshallah, bet.
Like right after Dhuhr.
Got it.
Alright, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Sunlight just hit my window, that's shuru. Up since Fajr when I got the good news. To the believers, I must say Mabruk, and even to the Kafirs, y'all can come too. All I ask first, let us get it together. Initially gon' be some stormy weather. We must have sabr for Allah's pleasure. About to head to Khilafah, ain't no place better. I'm going back to the Dola. 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 It's part of my iman to make hijrah to the land, but Allah's enemies oppose this plan. I advise that you should creep out slow, in case the kuffar won't let us go, and move freely to the land of belief. Not that fake tawheed practiced in Saudi, talking about the real one under Sharia. Wanna stay behind, hell, I ain't mad at ya. All alphas leaving, only betas resist. Let me spell my name in case you missed it. It's the big A, M-O-O-Y-U-M-Y-U-M. Thought you knew. If Shadia's sovereign, I'm a citizen. Taqwa turned up, any man on 10. I'm going back to the Dola. 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 If I'm gonna choose a land, I got to choose a Dola. Islamia, I'm out here, see ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya living under kufr, especially after there's a khilafah, and not just a land that's full of believers. While the leadership on that hook the dunya. Don't let the Kufi and the Arab clothes fool ya. Talking about ruling by Quran and Sunnah. I'm going back to the Dola. 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 In the near future. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Yo, I'm Yum Yum. Get up, we gotta go. Yo, I'm Yum Yum.
Yeah, I'm up.
Alright, we'll get it together, we gotta go.
Go where?
You ain't heard? Al-Khilafah has been reestablished. Bi-idhnillah.
Say word? Allahu Akbar.
Gather all the fam. We heading out after Dhuhr, inshallah.
Inshallah, bet.
Like right after Dhuhr.
Got it.
Alright, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Sunlight just hit my window, that's shuruk. Up since Fajr when I got the good news. To the believers, I must say Mabruk, and even to the Kafirs, y'all can come too. All I ask first, let us get it together. Initially gon' be some stormy weather. We must have sabr for Allah's pleasure. About to head to Khilafah, ain't no place better. I'm going back to the Dola. 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 It's part of my iman to make hijrah to the land, but Allah's enemies oppose this plan. I advise that you should creep out slow, in case the kuffar won't let us go, and move freely to the land of belief. Not that fake tawheed practiced in Saudi, talking about the real one under Sharia. Wanna stay behind, hell, I ain't mad at ya. All alphas leaving, only betas resist. Let me spell my name in case you missed it. It's the big A, M-O-O-Y-U-M-Y-U-M. Thought you knew. If Shadia's sovereign, I'm a citizen. Taqwa turned up, any man on 10. I'm going back to the Dola. 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 If I'm gonna choose a land, I got to choose a Dola. Islamia, I'm out here, see ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya living under kufr, especially after there's a khilafah, and not just a land that's full of believers. While the leadership on that hook the dunya. Don't let the Kufi and the Arab clothes fool ya. Talking about ruling by Quran and Sunnah. I'm going back to the Dola. I'm going back to the Dola. I'm going back to the Dola. I'm going back to the Dola.
Wow.
Assalamu alaikum. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome to Amu Yum Yum, the podcast where we seek to cure the kufr infected by injecting the Islamic perspective. As always, I am your host, Amu Yum Yum, aka Amu Sadiq.
Ooh,
We have with us, as always,
shiny guest.
Amu Yusuf. No, Amu Yusuf.
Oh.
I said as always. Amu Yusuf, who is the Amu you love to hate. And special guest, we found him.
Smile at the camera, man.
We found him at a Jet Li movie.
You got the Jet Li outfit. Yeah, I was like,
last time I come on here, man.
Okay, no. Now he was in the park doing this real slow.
yeah.
He said, "Excuse me, young boy." Hey,
Hey, before we go forward, man, we gotta put the disclaimer.
Yeah, let's go ahead and disclaim.
All right, disclaimer. Here we go. The opinion of Amu Yum, the podcast, is based on Islam. Okay, our intentions are to be correct. However, we may not always be right.
Correct.
So don't get triggered. Others may differ in concepts, but
These are ours. Okay. Now it's time for.
Oh yeah.
What did he do?
that's for the disclaimer.
Already, huh?
That's the disclaimer.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. We're gonna go on the what is it?
Assalamu alaikum, brother Amu Jibril.
Yes,
our guest.
yes.
He just totally cut you off with the discller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. And if you look at Jibril, mashallah, you have to say, you know,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have to.
you know,
Say the
sisters
the
out
brother,
there, you know, he's available.
Look.
Hey.
Good brother.
Yeah.
I would marry him to my own daughter.
Yeah.
You gotta match his energy. You gotta match his level.
But I got 3 wives already.
Oh yeah. No, you don't. No, you don't.
I'm playing.
You don't have no 3 wives. Don't let him fool you.
Yeah. All right. Hey, let's go with the what do you call it?
Something
Random.
This is my random. I chose this one.
You didn't even tell me what was the random.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
You gonna surprise me right now?
Look. Okay,
Are you gonna surprise me?
I'm gonna mime it, and then I'm gonna give you the text of it.
You gonna surprise me now? What is that?
Okay.
What's that? I don't know. I don't understand
Yeah, I don't
street
know.
language. I don't understand the street language, man. I'm a foreigner.
Okay, look.
I don't understand
No.
I don't understand the street language. What is this? The gang
My
sign?
my random is the genius of Draco, Soldier. They need a slap.
What is
Okay,
that?
no.
Who's that?
Soldier Boy,
Yeah.
who's probably my age.
Okay.
Soldier Boy.
He's a genius.
Why is a genius?
What you mean your age?
He's like clairvoyant. He's like a what do you call that? It's clairvoyance. It's a I forgot what you call it. What's the word?
What are you talking about, man?
Okay, look. Soldier Boy, the rapper.
Oh, okay. He's a rapper.
Man, I think he was like 32.
No.
Soulja Boy?
This dude's older than that.
Man,
This dude
he
older
ain't
than
that
bro.
old, man. Soldier Boy?
This dude older than that.
So what did
Probably
he
like
what did he
35.
do?
No, you know,
Okay,
how
what
did
did he do?
He looked older than me in the face. I saw him on Wild 'N Out.
What's the genius about him? Explain.
Okay,
Elaborate, please.
Okay. These are the days of nonsense rap. Okay. These are the days of nonsense.
No, that I agree.
Mean nothing. It's all about she got a booty, she can shake it, she gets moist for some reason when she's excited. That's what all the lyrics are about, okay?
Yeah.
And they're not even canceled.
Yeah. They don't get, you don't get canceled for nonsense. You get canceled for something that's progressive.
Yeah.
Like if you say something beneficial to the people,
Yeah.
then you get canceled or threats of counseling. But nevertheless, he's a genius. Because see, he been making nonsense music forever. He's a savant. I want to say savant. He's a savant. He knew way back then, if he keep making nonsense music, it was going to come back in style. Now the boy, I disagree with him. I think he's close to my, I'm 50 years old. I'll be 51 tomorrow.
Man, he ain't
Okay?
Soulja Boy ain't that
I think
Damn, he's old.
no. You should do the. He must got dog ears because his face look like dog ears. Say no, check it out though. The dude was making that same nonsense. You Soldier Boy, tell him. You know, and now he's making Draco, Soldier. She make it clap. I call it. They need a slap. You know. And then you got another one, trick, you know, it's the same dumb music, but we have a dumb generation.
Absolutely.
It's like when my oldest son told me, he said, Dad,
We're smarter than you all were when you were my age. I say, no, son, you just have more information. I say, y'all actually dumber.
You know what? This reminds me. I told you like a few days ago. You should watch that movie called Idiocracy.
Yeah.
Idiocracy. You know, kind of similar thing. In fact, recently, I think today, Brother Daniel released that video about having
Poultry romance.
Yeah, it's called having sex with a dead chicken.
Poultry romance.
Yeah. So he went to university in Houston and asking students about morality, and I wasn't shocked, but it's really cringy and shocking to see the answers of these so-called educated
uni students.
Yeah.
Probably the most intellectual of us, but actually not.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm glad to be dumb.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, but see, this is the issue. He's relevant. No one's questioning his age and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's relevant today because they pushed that irrelevant music back in the day when music was even more conscious. They pushed that irrelevant music because they wanted to give a way out, an exit from thinking and activism. And now today is like all activism is IG posts and social media posts, and people they gather, they agree to gather at a certain place and they march and they protest and stuff like that. Okay, that's what they're doing, but the music is not conscious anymore. Yeah. But who has the most ears? The people on the street marching? Because I'm gonna tell you, I live life and I haven't seen one march with my eyes. Yeah. I saw it on the news. They actually marched. San Antonio had large march. I wasn't there.
Yeah, but the thing is, even with the so-called marching activism, a lot of it right now is like I call it social media virtue signaling. Virtue signaling means basically, okay, I'm going to change the profile. Oh, I'm support this. I'm going to change the profile to, I don't know, Paris
Rainbow
situation or this or the mask. So what does that mean? Like you basically, I'm donating something for somebody.
You're better.
Just to show off.
You're better because you do less.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You better do less. It makes you feel good, but in reality, it's not true work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get to the...
What's poppin'?
What's poppin' is a refutation. It is a must that we as Muslims enjoin right and forbid wrong. When we see a munkar, we are to correct it. This is us correcting it with our tongues because physically we couldn't be there, to grab the boy. The young man.
Oh, you're not gonna do that.
I don't know who this guy is. We tried to look for a picture, but he's so religious he has no pictures.
Yeah.
No photos.
So this was the video by Brother Sajid Lipman with the guest.
Sajid Lipman had a guest, Abdur-Rahmaan of the Knowledge, Northern Knowledge. What is it called?
Knowledge North.
Knowledge
YouTube
North.
channel.
Okay. Knowledge North YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Okay. And you'll be so. I mean, it sounds like it's going to heaven. But. If you look at the content and the thumbnails of his
keep it civil, man.
of his YouTube videos, listen to the thumbnail, look at the thumbnails and things like that. It looks like he tries to stay current events.
Yeah, okay.
Talking about things like that. Even Sajid Lipman is talking about Lil Nas X and some other guy I never heard of.
I mean, Sajid has some really good content. I enjoy listening to some of his good content.
And this is why I must say I was disappointed. He let that guy speak. He gave him softball questions, leading questions. Your Honor, I object. He's leading the witness. Okay, and he, and he did not correct obvious blunders because Sajid. I'm gonna start with this one.
We have to tag him too, inshallah. I mean, I'm sure he will listen.
Inshallah, we'll tag him. This was agenda based. I don't find it sincere at all. I don't find it sincere because it was.
What made you to come to that conclusion that
it's cursory, basic 101 elementary knowledge of Islam that he lied about. Now, whether he intended to lie or not, it was a lie. And I'm going to tell you for a fact. The first thing I'll start with is that he said that the existence of Allah cannot be proven through the rational process. There's too many ayah in Quran that tells man to think. Look at how the camel's made. Yep. Look at the celestial bodies. Look at the micro and the macro to prove that Allah Ta'ala exists. Allah says even there are ayat within ourselves that He exists. Yeah. There's signs within ourselves. Allah says in 2 places in the Quran at least that I know, فَأْلَمْ أَنَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ, to know therefore there's no God but Allah. Allah
great.
says to know it, ilm.
Yeah, that's dangerous because when you say stuff like this,
Yes.
then there's no difference between that concept and believing any belief
Yeah.
with no thinking,
No logic,
Right,
no logic.
right.
just feeling.
What
and
separates us from
emotions.
animal? What separates us from animal is our aql, our ability to rationalize and think, intellectualize.
Because
when
when
you remove that, then what? What?
Because when I have a kind of conversation with other faith, a lot of them use feeling and faith and their definition.
Anecdotal evidence.
Anecdotal, yeah.
I saw a bright light. My mama died.
Oh, I had a dream.
She spoke to me from the grave and stuff like that.
The dream. Or when I ask them, like when we sit down and have a conversation, I say, okay, let's go ahead and define what is faith.
Yeah.
They define faith. Even the dictionary says blind belief.
Blind, yeah.
Okay, in Islam, iman has a different definition.
Right.
At-tasdiq al-jazm, that means to believe with certainty, with
yeah.
evidence, with conviction. That's the difference between
Yeah.
their definition of iman and our definition of iman. So I think that's very dangerous to say stuff like that, you know?
So
Because
here it is.
remember, in Aqidah, there's no taqleed.
Of course, you can't. You
can't
cannot
imitate
You cannot blind follow or
a
imitate
creed.
in belief.
And just by feeling, you have to use aql to prove it.
My proof, ashhadu. There's no tashhadu, there's no nashhadu,
Yeah.
there's no yashhadu. It's ashhadu. That's shahada. It's a personal testimony. No one can do it for you. You can make hajj for somebody that intended to make hajj and couldn't make hajj. You know what I'm saying? You can make even fast for somebody that intended to fast and could not fulfill their fast. But you cannot do it for salah and you cannot do it for shahada. You cannot do it. You cannot make it up. So my contention with Sajid Lipham is that this is not the most egregious thing, but one of the most egregious things that his guest, Abdur-Rahmaan of Knowledge North, said. That you cannot prove the existence of Allah Ta'ala through the rational process. He said, because Allah is so, yes, in the essence.
Yeah.
In how is Allah? Who, is there Allah can be proven through the rational process. Okay, how is Allah? Okay, why is Allah? Where is Allah? Is not an intellectual matter. You rely on the dalil for that, the text of Quran and Sunnah for that. Now, my contention with Sajid Lipham is why. He sat there and listened and didn't say anything. Well, you could say, well, he did that for all of the interview. Yes, he did, but he also made another video. And the other video talks about how you prove Allah exists through the rational process. He produced that video, but he did not question his guest. Now, I would not let a guest come on this show and spill stuff that I know not to be true and sit there like,
Right. You have to correct them then and there.
you got to correct it. You got to, it's incumbent upon you, it's binding upon you, it's obligatory, a must upon you that you correct it at the time. You say, oh, I pulled him to the side and grabbed him by the hand. But yeah, you told thousands of people that trash. I shouldn't say trash. You told thousands of people.
Hey man,
you told thousands of people that refuse.
Maybe you should watch the Brother Hamza sources. Because
be
he
nice.
had 4 points about, whether
nice.
Allah came from nothing or came from something or somebody created him those are 4 questions. It requires thinking, right?
It requires thinking. So that is the issue within itself. And that's the problem I have with Sajid Lipham because he gave him softball questions. Your Honor, he's leading the witness. He did not correct that obvious. That is too obvious. Do not go through life thinking Allah exists.
By the way, the viewers, inshallah, if you're all tuning in, do us a favor, go ahead and click like and share this so others can benefit, inshallah.
Inshallah ta'ala. So, now, there are a lot of points. I'm going to go through them kind of rapidly.
Okay.
If there are any subsequent, how would we say? If anybody feel like I left something out, okay, there's something left out, then in the comments, address me personally, in the DMs, whatever have you, call me, and we could go over these matters.
And another thing that y'all can go to Brother Sajid Libham's channel and look at that video.
For yourself.
For yourself. We advise you to watch the whole. It's only like an hour, 30 minutes, right? Like an hour, 30 minutes. So go and watch it. It's about the Khilafah and check it out so you can, because when we watch these things, we have different understanding based on how we watch it.
Right.
So you don't have to just take our feedback. Go watch it and then reflect back on what Amyam's going to say right now.
I would only warn you, don't watch it from a high place. You might jump. Don't watch it. You know how the people say, hey, how are you? I'm okay. Are you sitting down? Because they got something to tell you, right? They don't want you standing up because you might fall, So don't watch it from a rooftop. You might go, oh.
No, you'd be like, no.
dirty. Anyway,
Darka.
okay. These are not in order. I'm just go through them.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. He said he said this. Okay, anyway. So
What did he say?
Did he start off
What
with
did he
that?
say?
he said this.
Street Fighter. Oh, wow.
Look, check it out. Look, I need y'all to feel this one. This first one I'm gonna mention, I need y'all to feel it the way I felt it. I want you to feel my pain.
Hey, I don't feel, man. I think.
Hey. So check it out. He said the greatest calamity. He used the word calamity. The greatest calamity was the death of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said that was the greatest calamity upon this ummah. Why? He said, cause with his death we were cut off from the wahi and his sublime example.
Calm down.
Feel,
Hey. Wait.
I need you to feel what I'm.
You know who used to say stuff like that?
Ya Allah.
You know who used to say stuff like that?
Who that?
The secularist.
Yeah.
Why? Because his wahi is cut. Guess what? It was back in the old day. You cannot receive anything.
You got
right?
an excuse.
Yeah, I guess you have. Khalas, it's in the old. But what happened to the Hajjat al-Wada' when Muhammad sallam said, "Al-yawma akmaltu lakum deenukum," I have completed my deen, and the generation that follow him that would not see him, but we're gonna be the best generation because we still follow Sunnah. What about that point? Isn't that a
His
contradiction?
khutbah al-hujjah, khutbah al-wada.
Yeah.
Muhammad sallallahu said, "Have I delivered it?" He asked the people, "Have I delivered it?" They said, "Yes." "Have I delivered it?" They said, "Yes." Allah bear witness. Muhammad sallallahu message was complete. Al-yawma akmaltu lakum deenakum.
Yeah.
I'm saying, this day I've perfected your deen for you. The deen was complete. He said it was a calamity that Muhammad sallallahu passed away because we get no more wahi. Now, is Quran and Sunnah complete Islam or not?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If it's complete, then Muhammad Sallam's example was complete during his lifetime. Not only that, it continued with the ijma' of the Sahaba of matters we didn't, that were not.
And the Tabi'in.
Dictated.
And the Tabi'in.
Yes.
And the Salaf and so forth.
It's crazy.
He said that, right?
He
that.
said the
Yeah.
greatest calamity is the death of the Prophet. He said not the dissolution of the Khilafah.
But how?
He said, but the death of the Prophet, because we there's no more wahi and there's no more example.
Okay, when Muhammad sallam passed, why did the Sahaba wait for 3 days?
3 days and 2 nights, electing a Khalifa. Electing
Why
a
didn't they burn him
successor.
right away?
Because that was for the family to do. For the ummah itself. The ummah cannot go into mourning. Okay? The ummah cannot go into mourning where we just become stagnant, the Romans attack, so on and so forth. You know? That cannot be the condition of the ummah. They will put in a head back on the body of the ummah. 3 days, 2 nights. Even during the time of Umar radiallahu anh, he said, let them into the room and try to decide who will be the Khalifa after me. On his deathbed, he said this. He said, whoever disagrees after 3 days and 2 nights, kill them. That's how important it is. That's how important it is.
So that's the first point, right?
That's the first point.
Go on the next
He
one.
said the greatest calamity. Let's move.
Let's move on. Move on.
Yeah, Annie.
Yeah,
Okay. He said, I'll try to calm down.
Yeah,
He
calm
says,
down, man. Tell him to calm down.
he juxtaposed the prophetic affection that Muhammad spoke about the Haramain, Mecca, Medina, so on and so, and Jazirat al-Arabiya, right? He juxtaposed that with the leadership that exists today, presently in Saudi.
That wasn't an answer, though.
Huh?
Sajid asked him that question
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the situation.
yeah.
What do you think? Why? I think the question was like, are we promoting Saudi? Are we like
Yeah,
pro-Saudi?
What is our position? What is our position? Yeah.
But his answer wasn't even an answer.
The Prophet said he loved Mecca. The Prophet.
You didn't see his face.
I didn't see his face, but it sounded. The Prophet.
He was not even present.
The Prophet said he loved Medina.
But that wasn't an answer, though. I listened.
No,
that wasn't an answer. That was a good answer. Yeah.
He juxtaposed Muhammad's love for the Haramain
We'll do that.
for
all
his
of us.
love for Saudi. He juxtaposed it, and that was not what Sajid Lipham asked him. He didn't ask him that. I'll move on.
But he didn't mention about the Saudi as 100 years old, right?
Yeah.
So there was no Saudi before. There was Hijaz, Najd, Jazir al-Arabiya. The last Khilafah, the Uthmani used to basically take care of the Haramain too. You know what I mean? So, but that was a weak, not even an answer. I don't think he answered his question.
Ya Allah.
He was just like,
Weaving in and out.
Yeah.
He said Muhammad sallam did not seek nusra. For those who don't know, nusra is material military support. He said Muhammad sallam did not seek nusra. Now Muhammad sallam did seek nusra. He sought it from Quraysh originally because they were the most powerful tribe at that time that could match the Romans and the what do you call it, the Persians and so on and so forth. Okay, so he went to Banu Kalb, Banu Amr, He went to Thaqif, okay, the tribe of Thaqif. He went there. He said, how? He said, believe in me, protect me. What did he say? Believe in me, support me, and protect me till Allah makes it clear to you my mission.
Yeah.
This is what he told all of them. Banu Amr, for instance, said, we want the leadership after you. After you, O Muhammad, after you pass away, we want the leadership for our tribe. Muhammad said, Inna hukmu illa lillah.
Yeah.
Allah Ta'ala is the one that gives, see who's fit. Allah Ta'ala gave it to the people, gave the people the authority to elect the leadership. Allah says it's for the people. So Muhammad could not override the Ummah's decisions in the future, like what some groups do when it comes to Ali versus versus Abu Bakr. But nevertheless, he said Muhammad didn't seek Nusra. I can mention Banu Ka'b, Banu Amr, and Thaqif, specifically, and Quraysh first, that he taught Nusra from. He said he didn't seek Nusra. This was a lie.
Basically, go back to the Sirah 101.
Yeah.
And when you study it,
101.
Do not study it as a fairy tale. Study it as like I think a lot of the Muslims are not in touch with the reality of things. We are too busy talking about dreams and Dajjal.
Here's the sirah for most Muslims.
Right. Yeah. No, seriously.
Baba, can you tell me again how Muhammad walked around?
Like it's a bedtime story.
That's how the kids talk. The voiceover. That's how
When Muhammad walked around. Go.
Okay, no, that's what I'm saying. You have to, because when you study the Sirah, and I've seen in a lot of lectures and audio tapes and even back home, is that they teach you like, okay, كان مكان في قديم الزمان. Oh, back in the old days.
Yeah.
Back in the old days. No, it's a realistic things. If you look at the human history, like all the societies, how they came about, how they established the countries and system and society, Islam is in a way no different. The difference is the haqq. Right. This is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the only difference, right? So look at it from that perspective, not just like a fairy tale and just like a good time bed story. That's the problem. They cannot connect the reality of the Sirah to like nowadays or the life, current life, or cycles of life and whatnot.
So he says Noah alayhi salam never established a khilafah. Therefore, we should not work to establish khilafah or re-establish khilafah. He said, or even hope to.
So we follow the sunnah of Nuh alayhi salam.
I was going to ask that too.
Yeah, we follow the sunnah of Nuh alayhi salam.
Well, it's not just that. It's not just that.
Yeah.
It's that the life of Muhammad sallallahu from day one when he told Khadija radiallahu anha, he said, after this day there'll be no rest. From that time, he started a private call, gathering what we call the Sahaba today. For a couple of years, private call. People heard rumblings, people becoming Muslim. There's a newfound religion that is being propagated. It is beyond what the Muwahidun are talking about, so on and so forth. They heard about this, but there was no activity really public. Then after 2-3 years, Muhammad went out publicly, especially when he made dua for one of the two Umarain. He made dua for Umar ibn al-Khattab, and he also made dua for Abu Jahl.
Yeah.
But Allah gave him Omar. Okay. So, and then when Hamza became Muslim, now they really are a force. So they marched upon the Kaaba declaring openly La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. That's when he got on Mount Safa and made the famous speech, O Quraysh, if I told you there was an enemy behind this mountain gathering forces to attack you, would you believe me? They said, yeah, you're as-sadiq al-amin. You would not lie. You never lie. He said, well, I tell you that I'm the messenger of Allah sent to tell you that La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. They say you're insane. You're majnoon. You're a liar. Kadhib. So on and so forth.
But it's interesting because this subject of Nubuwwah and Anbiya is very elementary.
Yeah.
I mean, I can even recommend you a book called Al-Anbiya, The Prophets, for the viewers right here. It's in Arabic, of course, written by Abdur-Rahmaan al-Idrisi. Okay, it was published in 2014. So he goes into detail, talks about the difference between the Anbiya and the Rusul and the evidence and everything. So he actually contradicts in his statement, because if you define, I mean, the like 3 definitions. The last one is الرسل هو المبعوث إلى قومه. الرسل هو المبعوث إلى قوم برسالة جديدة. That's the messenger that goes to a tribe with a new shara, right? وشرع جديد. في حين أن النبي, the prophet, right, هو مذكر لقومه برسالة سابقة. That means he came with the previous message, right? فيكون كل رسول نبي, and that means every messenger is a prophet. وليس كل نبي رسول, and not every prophet is a messenger. That's why our Nabi sallam is a nabi, right? So that's a whole different basic elementary subject, and now that completely just kind of thrown out in this discussion, right?
And that's what the point is. Nuh alayhi salam did not establish a khilafah, okay? But Muhammad sallam did.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about? When did Nabuwa prophethood, which we're talking about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, relevant for us, relevancy for us.
Yeah.
Muhammad sallallahu said, if Musa alayhi salam was alive during his time, he would have no choice but to follow under Muhammad sallallahu sharia. Follow under his tariqah, his methodology. Follow me. That's what Muhammad sallallahu said. So because that is the reality, why are we looking back to Nuh alayhi salam to discount the khilafah that Muhammad sallallahu clearly established?
Right.
Well, it's the same argument for some brothers who don't have the strong qat'i evidence about the participating in the kufr system and the tasweet and intikhabat and election and whatnot. They use the argument of Yusuf alayhi salam. They use his story. Oh, look, Yusuf alayhi salam was involved in a system, in a such
manager of HEB.
No.
No. Literally, he was a manager literally, he was the manager of the food bank of that town.
Okay.
We have a food bank right at 151 in Enrique Barrera Highway.
Food bank is good.
151 in Old Highway 90. There's a food bank there.
Yeah.
Yusuf was in charge of food distribution to the people. Okay?
Yeah.
Stop making that like he was. When he became the leader, he became the actual leader.
Yeah.
And implemented the Sharia of Ibrahim alayhi salam. He was under Ibrahim.
Yeah.
He was a Nabi. He wasn't a Rasul.
Yeah. So again, that's inshallah, brother Abdur-Rahmaan can look into this point and reflect, because that's actually not correct. He won't. Maybe Sajid live.
Wallahu alam, I don't see him reflecting. I see him deflecting and pushing agenda.
Yeah.
I don't find the sincerity. I'm not the judge of sincerity.
Right.
I'm not the reader of hearts. I know when you're talking bull.
Yeah.
I know bull.
Okay.
You know, there's a law in Kufr society called robbery by conversation.
Yeah.
You know, it actually happens. You know, people walk up, man, look, I don't mean to waste your time. You wasted 3 minutes already. I mean, you wasted 3 seconds already.
Yeah.
I don't mean to waste your time. You just wasted 3 seconds. And you got anything else? Oh, man, I'm feeling hard. Okay, you just wasted 5 seconds. And your initial statement was, you didn't mean to waste my time. It's robbery by conversation. Trying to pull your heartstrings, soft speech. You know who else has a soft speech? Snake. You ever see a snake go, ah?
Hey, when I think you snake, or just, metaphorical, you know?
No, metaphorical. Yeah.
Just be careful.
So have you ever seen a snake do Soldier Boy? Yeah, trick. Yeah. a snake go,
Come on.
No, when a guy sees a beautiful woman, he goes, psst, psst. It's the same thing. It's a subtle, you know, what do you call that? It's a subtle romance. It's a tango.
Tango.
You're trying to pull the snake going, psst, and you go, huh? What? Bite. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, the woman, psst, you know, she comes over and everything goes bad for her too.
All right, next point. You got a lot of points, man. Keep going.
Okay, here we go. So anyway, so some of these are gonna be skipped because we're kind of going over them already. He said, all prophets invited to the way of Allah, not khilafah. All prophets invited. Muhammad sallallahu invited to khilafah. The Aus and the Khajraj, 9 from the Khajraj, 3 from the Aus, came as Hajjaj, as pilgrims, came, sat at the foot of the Rasul in Mecca, took orders from the Rasul Muhammad sallallahu. He told him, I'll be there shortly. What did they offer him? What did they offer him after Mus'ab ibn Umair was sent to Medina? Okay? When they came on Hajj and sat at the foot of the Rasul Muhammad, what did they offer him? They offered him the bay'ah. The bay'ah, allegiance, to lead us, to rule us. To lead us and to rule us. That's what they offer him. He said, go, return, implement what I've just stated. I'll be there shortly. He was their leader. That's why he left Mecca. That's why he left Mecca to go to Medina. This guy, Abdur-Rahmaan, said Muhammad sallallahu fled from Mecca to Medina. Last time I heard that was from followers of Wadatul-Din. They said that Muhammad sallallahu fled from Mecca to Medina. Last time I heard that. I couldn't stand it then. I can't stand it now. Yeah. He also said that Muhammad sallallahu was kicked out of Mecca. That's why he went to Medina. Muhammad sallallahu was boycotted for 2 years. Over 2 years. Khadija radiallahu anha suffered during that time. They say the sickness she suffered then was a result of how she actually passed away radiallahu anha eventually. They say because of the suffering she went through then. She lost her business. She lost everything for the Rasul Muhammad sallallahu. Okay, so you're telling me that he fled when Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu said, Ya Rasulullah, why don't we make hijrah also? Everybody else is leaving.
You could have done it a long time ago.
Abu Bakr said, Muhammad sallallahu said, oh Abu Bakr, be patient, perhaps Allah will give you a companion. But try not to be the Rasul Muhammad sallallahu. And you say he was kicked out, that's why did Muhammad sallallahu go to Ethiopia? He didn't go to Ethiopia. That was slaves and people with no societal protection. Ja'far was the emir to show that they would not just escape slaves and you know, just running from their masters. Ja'far was there to dignify them. Yeah. He's a free man, okay? With tribals to protection. Okay? So Muhammad was boycotted, kicked out for 2 years plus. Remember the white ants? Y'all know about the white ants because y'all tell us y'all kids before they go to sleep. But you don't understand that he was boycotted for over 2 years. What happened during that time? He said the Muslims ate grass mostly, besides what some sympathetic pagans would sneak to them to eat. They basically lived off of grass, and they said their poop was like the poop of sheep. Okay? That's how they lived. Why did Muhammad leave then? But you say he mysteriously just left and put Ali in his bed. You don't see a strategy there? I mean, almost say son. You don't
Come on, son.
You don't see a strategy there?
Son.
But what you see him fleeing like he has no choice. That's emotion. That's not rational. That's not tariqah. That's emotion.
Yeah.
Okay? And you say he fled and he was kicked out. Did he flee or kicked out? Did they kick out the doves that made the nest? Did they also kick out the spider that made the web in front of the cave? Did they kick that out?
That's a good point.
I mean, this dude's like, ya Allah, bro. Come on.
Calm down, son.
Come down, son. Give me back my son. No, it's crazy, yo. Man, I mean, how can someone interview you with a straight face and you saying all of this, man? And Sajid knows better. That's the problem, Yaqi. This brother's intelligent. I listened to him talk. I learned so much from him.
Yeah.
And he let that go. He let that ride, man. That's Hizbiyah at its finest. Hizbiyah removes the intelligence and puts over blinders where you only see your party. You only see your group. You only see your gang. You only see your manhaj. That's all you see. This brother corrects me all the time. He corrects me all the time. We correct each other all the time. Matter of fact,
You have to.
when we're around each other, that's the correction. When we're around each other, that's the correction. We're already corrected because we chose better company.
Yeah.
We're already corrected. So, man, look, I love the dean. I apologize. My nibbles are Buffy. I apologize.
Yeah, he got very
I got Buffy nibbles.
I think he took some.
That's why I wore this so you can hide.
Did
you can hide the buff.
Did the Starbucks have the pumpkin spicy latte? Maybe he was drinking.
Oh,
that?
No.
That's my favorite drink. I like that white drink.
You know that's beta. That's
Yeah,
beta.
I love it.
It's beta.
Well, my favorite
beta.
pumpkin spicy latte is a white people drink. I like it.
So
I like white people.
So continuing, he says, you must have sabr and expect persecution, but don't work for khilafah. He said, just keep doing dawah. Well, if we do the dawah of the Rasul Muhammad Sallam, we would start a private call. We would gather. We would go to. He handpicked individuals. It wasn't a general, hey, calling everybody, text message, group text.
He couldn't.
I'm in analogy. Muhammad Sallam didn't do group text, just anybody who want to join. No, he went to individuals. He made dua for certain individuals. Why? Because they will benefit the dawah itself. They will benefit the dawah. That's the first step. Second step is to go out public with this new entity called a group. Go out publicly and announce it. When the persecution starts, then you start going to people of Nusra, people of power, okay? Saying, believe in me, protect me, and support me till Allah makes it clear you my mission, okay? This is our charter. This is our mission. This is our distur. This is our qanun. This is what we have, and this is what we're trying to establish. Help us in this, and Allah will reward you, okay? Muhammad that's what he did. Ultimately, Khilafah was not granted in Mecca, but granted in Medina. But how do you say Muhammad didn't work for Khilafah? And you keep saying prophets. You know why you keep saying prophets? Because the tariqah of Muhammad is so clear.
Definitely.
And his methodology destroys you. His methodology destroys you and exposes you.
Well, actually, he used that prophet because Ali Minhaj al-Nubuwah.
Yeah.
Then he said Nubuwah is plural. No, it's not. It's a ism.
Another lie.
It's a ism.
Yes.
Nubuwah means prophethood.
Yeah.
I mean, you can definitely look at the dictionary. It has a definition from ism to fa'al, and Nubuwah means the news, So that translation is incorrect. It's not, if it was prophets, it is going to be anbiya. Ala minhaj al-anbiya. No, minhaj al-nubuwah, prophethood. Okay? So...
Yeah, me and Brother Jawaz was at work.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Me and Brother Jawaz was at work, and I say, why does he keep saying prophets? Why does he keep saying... And Jawaz like, man, Nabuwah doesn't mean prophet. I say, it's NBI. It's not.
Yeah, well, because he has to connect the dot to the Yunus and Nuh and all the other prophets for his narrative.
Yeah. Boy,
That's
a hell of a Jedi mind trick, boy.
Yeah.
Don't look at the prophet. Don't look at the prophet.
That's
look over here.
you all need to study Arabic, okay?
Yes, absolutely.
So he says al-Khilafah cannot be actively worked for, which again, that's a lie. The Sirah is clear, okay? And the Sirah is the life activities of Muhammad. People call Sirah the history of Islam. No, it's not the history of Islam. Sirah goes way before Muhammad's time. It gives a backdrop of what was the conditions of the people when this man Muhammad came. Because if you know the conditions before, you say this man Muhammad cannot be an imposter. This is a legitimate messenger of Allah Ta'ala. He is the final one. Whoever doesn't believe it can literally go to hell. Literally go to hell. You know what I'm saying? I invite you to hell. Abshiru bin nar, abshiru bin nar. Okay, so because this, hey man, it's a hawk. It's the hawk, and you know the hawk takes no prisoners.
Right.
Okay, the hawk takes no prisoners.
Okay. Moving along.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Okay. He keeps. Okay, we've covered that. Okay. Okay. Muhammad Sallam, he said wasn't looking for a state. Look, he kept looping his lies. I shouldn't say lies. I should say untruth lies. Okay, untruth lies. He kept looping.
How is untruth lies? Doesn't untruth lies means lies that is true? I'm confused, man. Untruth lies.
Tasdiq al-jazm.
So
it's
the
like,
lie are
put
true?
2 words.
The truthful lie and the untruthful lie.
He's looping you.
Yeah, he's looping the lie. So he said, Muhammad Sallam wasn't looking for a state. That's a lie. He said Muhammad Sallam was kicked out of Mecca and Medina, fled to Medina. That's a lie.
Yeah.
He said Khilafah was destroyed during the time of the Mongols. Yes, there was a period of time.
Yes, that's correct.
That there was no Amir.
For like 2 years.
But he's saying that Khilafah didn't revive. Khilafah did revive.
You know that Islam, alhamdulillah, exists nowadays?
Of course.
Because the success of the Khulafa all the way till 1924.
Yeah. The momentum.
Yeah, if no one wasn't
us.
there, we'll be gone.
Yeah, momentum reached us. Because, see, Mother Russia could not take criticism and it could not take a war. It failed.
Yeah.
Our Mujahideen in Afghanistan and the ones that were told to come out of Saudi and Jordan and other places to help America defeat Mother Russia, that right there, they dealt a final blow to them, never to revive. Everything else is pseudo-communist. China, there's Christmas in China. Okay, so stop telling me that's a communist.
No, what it is that even like other religions like Hinduism and Buddhism survive because they live under the Islamic state. You know what I mean?
Speaking of Hinduism, speaking of Hinduism, I tried to be a hero.
What you do?
Oh, the story's coming out. The story's coming out.
No. Listen, man.
No, the story's coming out.
I watch movies.
Yeah.
And I've seen the red dot in real life. The red dot, the beam.
You know where he's gonna go with this, right?
When that beam is on, bro, when that beam is on you, they're gonna hit you. Wherever the beam is, where the bullet gonna go.
See where it's going?
Because listen. By the time the gun recoils, the bullet already went.
Yeah.
See, people think the recoil makes the bullet go up. It doesn't.
No.
When that gun recoils, the bullet is gone. So wherever that red dot is, it's gonna hit. And I'm walking. I see this Hindu woman.
It's like, come on, man.
Bro, listen.
I told you.
I would not sit here and let you slander me. I am a hero.
I didn't know you was going there.
Come on, man.
I am a hero in Nia.
Come on, man. That's wrong, man.
I am a hero in Nia. My Nia is heroic.
Look, what happened?
Bro. I'm walking and I see her. I see the dot. And I look for the sniper. I don't see the sniper. I said, no! And I fell down.
Come on, man.
And I got up and I looked at her again. And she had the dot. I said, no! Man. I got up. I looked up. Same dot. I said, no!
3 times?
Like 7 times.
What, like the odd numbers?
Like 7 times.
You want to find the sunnah?
Bro, look, I had to go for the odd number.
La ilaha illallah.
And pretty soon when she looked at me, she said, Durka.
That's nonsense, dude. She did not say that. Come on, he just made up.
Come on,
dude,
man.
That's not true, man.
Hey,
that's not true, man. Something exaggerate.
Come on, man.
Could be something. It's like a based on a true event.
No.
She exaggerated.
Okay, look. I said I'm a hero in Nia because I didn't actually do it.
Okay.
But I wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Because I saw a bunch of them walking. I said,
hey.
Man.
In Bangladesh, some of our Muslim sisters, they put that, culturally.
They were doing it here. Matter of fact, it was a Muslim sister that had a shop in a flea market. She had a shop.
But they have a nice design though.
She had a shop. It's called face jewelry.
Yeah.
She had a shop and she was selling these jewel bindis called bindi, right? They say it signifies a married Hindu woman, but I seen guys wear it. I see Indian guys wear it.
In some Hindu religion, like the
Is it like
gurus,
Ash Wednesday? It's
the
called
gurus-
Dot Tuesday.
Yeah, the gurus, the monks, they have it. Yeah, so
Okay, so anyway, so she was selling it. I said, sister, you can't. It's haram. She said, why not? I said, because you're selling it. This is an artifact that signifies a deen other than Islam. So you can't sell crosses, bendies. You really can't sell that. And I know they were a hot selling item for her. She put it up. You know, I don't know if she put it back when I walked away, but you know. But the whole point is that, you know, we cannot support people in their kufr. You know what I'm saying?
and this topic that Abdur-Rahmaan didn't talk about it. Okay, let's move on.
No.
Let's
The
go.
reason look, literally, when Sajid failed to correct him,
Yeah.
I want to jump between them and go, no.
That'd be nice. man.
So here we go.
Go.
Okay, here we go.
I think I was on a commercial or something. Man.
I know. It'll be like
It says
intermission.
Khilafah. Okay. It says the hadith of Bay'ah. Bay'ah is allegiance, right?
Mhm.
Whoever dies without the Bay'ah on his neck, it's like in English you say on your shoulders, you know.
Yeah.
Here's raqaba, you know, it's on the neck. You know what I'm saying? Whoever dies without the Bay'ah on his neck, meaning that you are tied. The Bay'ah is tied to you. You are tied to the Bay'ah. That means you have given it. Okay. Dies in a state of Jahiliyyah. Okay. That's the hadith. Okay. Whoever dies without the Bay'ah on his neck dies in the state of Jahiliyyah. Meaning that you have to be in a position to give the Bay'ah. So how does Abdur-Rahmaan of Knowledge North remedies
By the
that?
way, he's watching.
Yeah. Sajid?
No, Abdur-Rahmaan.
Oh, alhamdulillah.
Assalamu
So how does he remedy? How does he remedy that?
Yeah.
He says that just give it to whoever is in leadership. He said, give it to whoever's in leadership wherever you are. Just give it so it don't be on your neck.
You talking about even in the kuffar?
No. What? Some say that. He didn't say that. He's saying give it to every leader. But see, the leadership in Islam is centralized. It's singular and centralized. I'm saying you don't have multiplicitous leaders. We don't have a lot of leaders. We have one. Muhammad said if you're united under one, and a second one even comes to split your staff, meaning to make shaqaq al-ummah.
Yeah.
What do? He said kill that man. Muhammad made the blood halal of someone making shaqaq al-ummah.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, how much is the blood worth? One drop worth more than the whole Kaaba, the Kaaba that we love. Okay? Worth more than the Kaaba that we love, one drop of the Muslim blood. Muhammad made the blood halal of someone that makes shaqaq al-ummah. So how do we justify relieving ourselves of bay'ah from around our neck, right?
Yeah.
Or upon our neck? How do we remedy that? By just giving bay'ah to every Tom, Dick, and Muhammad. Whoever's in leadership. How do we do that? That's not a remedy. That's not a remedy. And that is not from Islam. That is not from Islam. But okay, let's look at it this way. Bay'ah is given to a leader for what reason? That he would implement Islam upon us and not fail in doing so and not display any crookedness therein. Why did Omar cry on the minbar, radiallahu anhu? Why did he cry on the minbar? He said because he feared, because the people fear him,
And not
they will see crookedness in him and not correct it.
Yeah.
Why did he smile? Because a man stood up, one of the farmers. He was just a farmer. The same farmers that defeated the Russians on behalf of America and Afghanistan. He was just a farmer. He stood up. Bedouin. He said, oh Omar, if we see any crookedness in you, we'll correct it even with our swords. So Omar, why did Omar radiallahu anh become pleased with this?
Yeah.
A man so big and massive that when he rode on the horse, his son, right, his feet would drag. This is how massive, he was a giant. But he became pleased that this farmer told him that we will correct you even with our swords, because it's about being correct. The kuffar put these leaders, read the Psychic agreement
I always
again.
remind people of the Muslim that to
Yeah,
read the
of course.
Cyprus Agreement, the 1916, how all these so-called nation state created by the colonists,
Yes,
by the
yes.
secularists, all this movement.
They would not leave physical occupation until
Yeah.
they left something behind.
Yeah.
Okay?
So you have to look at the reality because they created those. So that's why we are in this situation nowadays. If you don't connect the dots to the history, then you wouldn't know where we at, right? So that's what happens. So you have to go back, like, one of the points that he mentioned, like look at the history. And Abdur-Rahmaan said, look at the history, reflect on it. Okay, that's the history. Why are we ignoring it?
Exactly.
This is what happened exactly. We came to this position because of not because of, subhanAllah, Muhammad Sallam passed away, and that was the end. The end happened after the last state was abolished in 1924, right?
Which he says way before that.
No, it wasn't way before that.
That event was so momentous.
Yeah.
The Kufa recognized it.
Yes.
They say finally. Yeah. What was it? The New York Post or the Chicago Times?
Something. Yeah.
The headline said finally. Everyone recognizes this was our last Khalifa. You know what I'm saying? That was our last Khalifa.
Yeah.
Okay?
Legitimate.
Everyone recognized that. When I see him walk down the steps, when he's getting into the car, driving away, or the carriage, or whatever that was, the carriage. When I see him coming, man, look, that's automatic love.
Yeah.
Love that man. You say, oh, well, he was Sufi. He was
even after that, in some countries, I don't know if in India, I think. And
some countries, India was the first country to actually start another movement to revive it, but it failed.
And some, I think even the modern Kuwait, there was some masajid, like during the khutbah, they actually make dua for Abdur-Rahmaan.
Yeah, the second, right?
Yeah, they keep making dua for him because it became like a tradition, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. These, if unfortunately, we don't approach Islam. If we say Islam is a complete way of life and we don't address it, we don't talk about it, we only focus on the ibadat, the individual shakhsiyya ibadat between you and Allah, and that's it. The rituals and nothing else, then how are we going to bring it back? Because, again, in the beginning I mentioned that the only type of intellectual that say there's a separation between the church and the state or Islam from the life are the secular, the Almaniya movement. So my question to you, Abdur-Rahmaan, don't you think that's coming from the Almani point of view?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, and that's actually very Sufi, though.
Yeah.
The Sufis detach themselves from any political affiliation, but it seems like those that are they are anti-Sufi. Okay, I'm not any of those adjectives. I'm just Muslim. Allah named me Muslim. I'm good. Okay. I don't need an adjective to validate my Islam. My Islam is validated based on what I say, how I behave, how I think. Okay, that's my Islam. Okay. So the point I'm making is this, that the Sufis detach themselves from any political environment, so on and so forth. And a lot of other Muslims do too. But when do they get politically involved? Anytime you attack the illegitimate structures. Anytime you attack the despotic rulers that rule our lands. That see in Iraq, every time America attacked a country or helped the so-called started the war and helped like they did with Kuwait, they put a military base. They're not leaving. When they started putting up permanent structures in Iraq, they were not going to leave. They were not going to leave. Why did they leave certain Muslim countries initially? Why did colonials leave certain Muslim countries? You know why? They left the base there. You know what the base was? The King's Castle. That was the military base. Because when America says we're helping Pakistan with this much money, we're helping Saudi with this much money, we're helping Egypt with this, you know what they're doing? That's the military. That money goes right to the military. That's military loyalty. That means that you would only kill Muslims. You see those F-16 fighters and so on and so forth you see in Saudi, in the parade? Those are all anti-Muslim machines. Every tank, that's an anti-Muslim tank. They would not kill a non-Muslim. I'm not saying you should kill a non-Muslim, but there are clearly non-Muslims that are killing us, and therefore we are allowed to kill them. So why aren't those weapons being used for sabilillah? Oh, because there'll be too much fitna. Yeah, you know what the fitna is?
What is that? Russian?
That's a Russian dance.
Can you tell me? Can you teach me that?
Look, man, it's like, bruh. They say we don't fight the Muslims, we don't help the Muslims because they'll be fitna, but we'll bomb Syria with the Israeli army.
Oh, the Yemen.
Yeah, we'll bomb Yemen. We'll bomb Yemen in joint airstrikes with the Israeli army to kill these certain Muslims because we can't stand them.
Muslim in Burma are suffering now and seeing and
stuff. Yeah. Muslims in China suffering, but MBS shakes the hand. I posted a post on Facebook that I heard he was the bottom. But that's not set in stone. They could have flip-flopped. But anyway, he's shaking the hand of the Chinese ruler that's murdering the Muslims. Legitimize him, saying that is a civil affair. So now you can kill Muslims as civil? Did Khalifa Mutassim, when the sister cried his name, Ya Mutassim, when the Romans grabbed her, they abducted her, didn't rape her, didn't beat her, they just grabbed her. Mm-hmm. She called his name. One person heard it. He went back to the Caliph and told him, Ya Mutassim, the sister called your name. She's been abducted by the Russians. He wrote a letter. Ya Kalbu Rum, O dog of Rome. If you do not release our sister, we will send an army upon your borders, and the tail end will be in Baghdad. 50,000 soldiers immediately assembled, and Mutassim is the head of them. The Khalifa, imagine Trump or Obama or Biden can't walk a flight of steps. Imagine him.
You have to say that.
Imagine him in the army actually shooting. Our Khalifa was in the head of the army going to help one sister. But you say it's a fitna. Oh, that one sister, who cares about her? What about the 1 million sisters that's being hurt right now? Over 1 million. What about the over 1 million children? Over 1 million elderly men that's being hurt right now? It's a fitna if we help them, right? You don't believe in akhirah. I'm not saying you, but you don't. I'm not saying you, I'm saying you don't. Not you specifically, but you don't believe in al-akhirah. You don't believe in it, especially the good parts. It seems like we only believe in hellfire, right? You know why? Kind of. It's like we only believe in hell because we don't want to go there, because it's like it's all punishment for us. But if you read about the trees that know your intentions, when you reach for something, the tree leans over to you.
Yeah.
If you're in Jannah, you recline on the green couches, the green cushions, and if you want some fruit, if it's too far, the tree will lean over and meet you halfway. We don't believe. Do we believe in that? I guess the fruits are fitna. But anyway.
You got more?
One more.
What?
One more.
Keep going, man.
I'm done. One more. He said Islam shouldn't be compared to other systems. This is part of his attack on Taqlid Nafani. He said Islam should be not compared to other systems, but other religions. He said because Allah Ta'ala says that Ibrahim alayhi salam was not Jew and not a Christian, but he was Hanif Muslim.
Yeah.
He says, see, Allah compared him to the religions.
The thing nowadays, I mean, what controls the world, right? Realistically, I mean, communists used to be there, but capitalism took over capitalism, right?
Now it's only pseudo.
So now you have secularism, capitalist democracy, whatever, that rules the world, right? Yeah. So we have to do da'wah to them. Hey, we have actually a best alternative to that, and that is the Nidam al-Islam to your Nidam, because your Nidam, like, I mean, look at the West, the family structure, the economical structure. I mean, a lot of things is happening and shaking, right? Even, what's his name, Max Kaiser, right? Yeah. I mean, he even touched on the Islamic, he even said that, hey, we might look into this economic system of Islam, right? Yeah. So based on that, we have to come with a solution that this is the alternative, right? Now, I agree with Brother Abdur-Rahmaan when he said, this is, one of the 2 points. The point was, that when he said that if you want to bring it, you have to approach people with influence, with money, and billionaire, whatnot. Yeah, that's how we do the da'wah to the top. You have to do da'wah to them, people influence. But most of the ulama, not all of them, some of them are unfortunately in jail, but some of them don't speak the haqq like that. No, some of them don't even shake it because, they probably work for these certain leaders. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Now, there's a website called, go ahead.
That's called Seeking Nusra.
Yeah.
That's called seeking the military material support. That's what that's called. And Muhammad Sallam did it. Matter of fact, Mus'ab ibn Umair sent to Medina, he did it. He started the same process Muhammad Sallam started in Mecca. It was very successful in Medina, not as successful in Mecca, bi'idhnillah. So this is what we're talking about. Now, when you talk about comparing Islam to other systems is somehow blasphemy. You didn't use the term blasphemy, but this is what I got from this is what I extrapolated, basically. So he said that
a fancy word.
It was like blasphemy to do so, but Islam should only be compared to other religions. Do you know how empty and desolate Christianity is? It has no ruling system. Christianity has never ruled. But there was a ruler who used the priest in order to control the masses.
And that's
but it was a monarchy.
Yeah.
It was an empire, a monarchy.
And that's how the intellectuals, the enlightened thinkers at that time, right, came with the secular belief system because of the oppression that
Martin Luther was dynamic. It was a
reactionary movement.
Martin Luther was dynamic.
Yeah, it was a reactionary movement, but Islam didn't have that problem.
Yeah.
Right?
So this is what I'm saying. So what do we compare Islam to? Islam is a deen. It has a political system, economic, social, judicial system. You know what I'm saying? Educational system. Islam has all of these systems. Complete way of life. Yeah. Asiyasa means to foster the affairs of the people, to take care of the affairs of the people. This is what Islam is. So if you say that what system is ruling, Christianity never ruled. Judaism never ruled.
No.
It's not a system. There's no way to take money and distribute money, which is economics. That's basic economics. There's no way to do so. There's no way to govern the people, to control the marketplace, to do this, to do that, to punish for right and wrong. There's no way to handle this system, okay? Because Judaism has some rules, some tenets. Christianity has some rules and some tenets. They tend to pull from the same sources a lot of times, Old Testament, what have you. But we're talking about a system of ruling. Christianity never ruled. Judaism doesn't rule today. That's called Zionism. That's a capitalist system. Yeah. Okay? So Islam actually ruled what other systems actually rule. Capitalism, like today, pseudo-democracy, okay? Communism, socialism actually ruled. So that's why Taqi Abhani compared Islam to those systems. He didn't say they were equal. He said Islam is muhaymin, is higher, superior to these systems, okay? But he said it is a ruling system. He was trying to get people to understand Islam can replace capitalism. Islam can replace communism, just as the politicians in Kufr say. The Kufr politicians say the same thing.
Yes, absolutely.
They say the thing that threatens the West, nay, all of Europe, they say is the return of Islam as a system. And they're not talking about death. They're not talking about destruction, because Islam didn't bring that.
Right, right.
Islam didn't bring that. The people that treated Muhammad some of the worst were in Mecca, okay?
Yeah.
Where was the bloodshed? Where was the mass carnage in Mecca? You didn't see it. When Muslims came over the horizon with their army, even their most fiercest leaders, Abu Sufyan at that time, before he became Muslim, he said, whoever enters the house of Abu Sufyan is safe. Okay? All those people could not fit into Abu Sufyan's house. It was a gesture that you are now under the protection of Abu Sufyan. Okay?
I mean, even
made him an ally instantly like that. That's ally talk.
Even if you look at the spread of spread of Islam, alhamdulillah. I mean, you have the Mecca period, only like 70, alhamdulillah.
Is it about 70? Less than 100.
Yeah, but when alhamdulillah the Islam as a dawla was established, mashallah, Islam was spread like a wildfire everywhere, alhamdulillah.
Afwaja.
So I guess again, look at the seerah from that perspective, like applied in the reality. Now, you have anything else you want to say, or are you done?
I think I need to be quiet.
Because we're going to go through some of the comments. But before the comment, I do highly recommend this book to Brother Abdur-Rahmaan and also Brother Sajid Libham. If you go to Waqfiyya, Al-Maktab Al-Waqfiyya, waqfiyya.com, they have all the books. It's all in Arabic, of course. I don't have an English version. But there's this one book. It was actually a thesis paper for a master degree from Al-Quds University. This brother by the name Kamal Ali Ibrahim Rabba, right? He wrote this book. It's called نظرية الخروج في الفقه السياسي الإسلامي. The theory of khuruj from the point of view of the Islamic political fiqh. Okay? It's a very good book. I highly recommend that you go through it. I'm just going to touch quickly, inshallah, some of the points here so you can, inshallah, get into depth. This is a very good book here. So, many chapters talks about, for example, السلطة في الإسلام, right? الأدلة على وجوب نصب الخليفة، الخلافة الضرورة الشرعية، مصدر الوجوب، نوع الوجوب، أركان عقد الخلافة, right? It talks about من هو العاقد، أهل الحل والعقد, right? شروط أهل الحل والعقد, for example. شريعة السلطة في الإسلام, okay? So there are many interesting subjects, and it also goes through all these movements like Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah movement, the Salafiyya movement, Ikhwani movement, Sufi, Jihadi movement, all the movement in their point of view from their evidences. So I recommend, again, it's very good. Now, and what he did, he went through, because people think that what's his name? That there's only one book that talks about Nidam Islam. Actually, many.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to mention some of them. Give me a second here. He also defined what does the siyasa mean linguistically, what does siyasa mean shar'an, to take care of the affair of the people. And here it says, الأحكام التي تنظم علاقة المسلم مع أخيه المسلم. The rules in the Sharia that deals with the Muslim, that relationship between a Muslim with another Muslim, is called mu'amalat. And the mu'amalat, the first one, al-Muslim bi Rabbih, that's ibadat, the believer with Allah, that's called ibadat, right? Then والأحكام التي تنظم علاقة المسلم مع نفسه. So the Muslim that look after himself, take care about himself, that's his akhlaq, his manners, the self, right? Then Muslim to another Muslim is called mu'amalat. And the mu'amalat are in three. The first one, al-ahwal al-shakhsiyya. These are the rules that deals with family, divorce, marriage, inheritance. Uqubat, these are the punishment for criminals and who go against the borders of the Sharia, right? And al-huquq al-dawliyya. علاقة الدولة الإسلامية مع غيرها من الدول. That means the relationship between the Islamic dawla with That's why when I sit with an Muslim, explain to them that yes, Islam has a system, and guess what? Don't freak out when this system, inshallah, come back. There's going to be a diplomacy relationship,
Yeah.
And if any country wants to, live like in any countries in the history, they're gonna have a relationship, leadership and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody wants to fight. If there's going to be fight, there's going to be fight. But the point is, you know how the history worked, right? So this is very, very, very simplified, very nice book. And here, what he did, he went through all these books. For example, Khilafa أو الإمامة محمد رشيد رضا فقه الخلافة وتطورها عبد الرزاق السنهوري. Okay, you can check that book. النظام السياسي في الإسلام لمحمد أبو فارس. الإسلام والاستبداد السياسي عبد القادر عودة. نظام الحكم في الإسلام محمد يوسف موسى. النظريات السياسية الإسلامية محمد ضياء الدين الريس. دراسة في منهاج الإسلام السياسي سعدي أبو جيب. نظام الإسلام أمير عبد العزيز. And the last one is نظام الحكم الإسلام تقي الدين الأباني. So there are a lot of books, mashallah. This brother did this thesis, and it's a very good book. I highly recommend the brother Sajid and Abdur-Rahmaan go through it, right? Because, like I said, a lot of stuff that you mentioned.
I don't think this is a situation of dawah.
What is it?
I'm getting, everybody deserves dawah, okay?
Yeah.
In nasiha, right?
Yeah.
Okay, or at nasiha. So, but I don't think this is. I think that is too much, Yafi. It's too much. It is agenda driven. It is agenda driven. I see it as agenda driven. I'm gonna stand behind that. I see it as agenda driven. I don't find it any sincerity in it. I don't find it sincere at all.
Yeah, I used to see it back in the 80s when I used to ask my teacher, like, okay, I'm reading the history. That's in the 80s, right? It's beautiful, it's amazing. This is our deen. How can we bring it? Just make dua.
Yeah.
I used to
he said just make. Abdur-Rahmaan said Knowledge North. He said just continue to do the dawah. Don't work for Khilafah.
Dawah without actual
do the
strategy
dawah.
movement, right?
And when you're persecuted,
Hey.
you have to remain firm. When you're persecuted for what?
But we forgot one thing.
The
though.
Muwahidun were not persecuted.
But
in
you
Mecca.
forgot one thing though.
Go ahead.
You gotta work on yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like when I start my business, I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm just gonna make dua and work on myself. Okay. All right. You wanna go to the last segment before we end? You know what's on the shaking the Muslim head? Do you have anything?
Abdur-Rahmaan of Knowledge North.
Shaking my Muslim head.
Abdur-Rahmaan of Knowledge North. Ya akhi, fear Allah. Literally, fear Allah. You cannot lie on this deen, man. I don't care if you say, oh, I made some mistakes, yani. Okay? Bruh, you cannot lie on this deen. I don't care how sultry your voice is. My nibbles were Buffy. Okay? I don't care how sultry your voice is, man. I'm telling you, you cannot lie upon this deen, man. The ummah is in a state of decline.
Yeah.
Drastic decline. Yeah. To bring us out of that state, we need ilmul deen. We need knowledge of the deen. We don't need people trying to perpetuate, and exacerbate our suffering, man. I take it personal, Yahi. I take it personal, okay? We don't need it, man. If you don't have nothing good to say, be silent. If you can't speak khair, you can't speak what's khair, what's good, then be silent. This is what our Rasul Muhammad sallallahu said, if you accept that hadith. Okay? Because the one about, if you're united under one leader, kill the second one, okay? That one you deny, you deny a lot of them.
What about the wati Allah, wati Rasul, wali amri minkum? Some you say it's ulama, but actually if you look at the tafasir, it talks about the leadership.
Yeah,
right there.
It's actually,
Yeah.
Wa uli amri minkum, literally, that's bay'ah. That's bay'ah. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, wa ati'u Allah wa ati'u Rasul wa uli amri minkum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is literally bay'ah. Okay? Bay'ah what? That leader has to obey Allah's messenger. And our obedience to him, the prerequisite for the shorter for that is what?
And actually,
The sabab, even the legal reason why we obey him is because he obey Allah.
Yeah, but a lot of Muslims that think they ask this question and the Muslim are suffering. What is the solution? When you keep saying just make dua,
yeah.
Some of them, you know what? Maybe Islam is not true because it doesn't answer the problem of life. Maybe if you see, when I say don't make dua, of course you make dua.
Yeah, you make dua.
We can help. Right? We can do whatever we can. But when you have brothers that talks about this issue, that it can be brought up, because if you look at Africa and Asia and Middle East, mashallah, we have all the natural resources and all the power, but the ulama, the so-called big name ulama, don't do what you, because one of your answer was what? Yes, people of influence, true, people with money and influence and power can of course bring it back, and I agree with that. That's why the dawah should be from the top, not always, always from the bottom. I'm not saying don't do dawah to the bottom because we got to keep the knowledge flowing, but
we're talking about remedy and solution.
yeah.
And I don't think the solution is towing the line. I don't think solution is towing the line. I mean, clearly, this stuff that this man said was egregious. Now, I'm telling you, one of our more knowledgeable brothers could actually come on here and take one of your points and destroy you. Ala min hajj nabuwa. He can take this, that, and destroy you for 2 hours plus. I mean, because it's heavy what you kept saying. You kept saying, the way of the prophets, the way of the prophets, the way.
Yeah, and
no,
Nabuwa, as I mentioned
it's
at the beginning,
Nabuwa.
is not
the
Anbiya.
prophethood. Ala min hajj nabuwa. Muhammad said what? It started off as what? The Anbiya, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then it would be the Khulafa, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then he said there would be the nepotistic
Muluk,
rule.
yeah.
Then there'll be the biting and oppression.
Yeah.
Then he said there will be khilafa ala min hajj nabuwa, right? That's what he said. So when did the khilafa, the khulafa start? After the time of the Rasul Muhammad, not before. So why would you go before talking about Nuh alayhi salam and other prophets about they didn't work for khilafah, they didn't work for khilafah, and then you contradict yourself and say, well, a few of them did actually rule. But we're not even concerned about that. We're concerned about after the Anbiya, Muhammad sallallahu khatam al-Nabi, you know what I'm saying? After that, there were khulafa, okay? Muhammad said after the nepotismic rule and the biting and oppression, the kingships and so on and so forth, after that what? There will be khulafa, ala min hajj nabuwa, okay?
Yeah,
So what are we talking about here?
Yeah,
how does that go back to Nuh alayhi salam's time?
You just remind me because there's a brother, he's a mu'arrikh, tariqi, historian from Kuwait. I think his name is Munha al-Mahna, something like that. I'm going to have to pull it up. Because he did mention this subject. I mean, he's a historian, Islamic historian. He was talking about, when he mentioned about the Manhaj al-Nubuwah, he's talking about, inshallah, the Islamic system, the Khilafah, is not going to be like the previous Khulafa.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, like the fresh, you know what I mean? On the good, you know?
Ala min hajj nabuwa.
Yeah, that's what he meant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, subhanAllah. But, so that's the shaking Muslim head?
Yeah, I'm shaking it. So, Abdur-Rahmaan of Knowledge North, because of everything that you said that still bothers me today, we are shaking our Muslim head.
Let's go through the comments. Dion, assalamu alaikum, brothers. Nice intro. Thank you so much. Abdullah ibn Muslim, assalamu alaikum, ya khwan, wa alaikum assalam. And Jeff Williams, Soldier Boy is 30. So you were wrong, but he's not.
Bruh. I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think.
Hard living. Okay. Each generation lose brain cells. That's what Brother Jeff Williams says. Okay. Abdullah bin Muslim. I'm Yusuf, new glasses? Well, no, that's actually my backup glass. The other glass that is kind of ghetto, it's in my luggage, but I'm going to fix it and wear the ghetto one. But this is my backup glass. Anyway, thank you. Okay. Let's see. Abdullah bin Muslim, it was pre-recorded, bros. Okay. Jeff Williams, with saying the message was not complete, is saying there will be another messenger to complete the job. When you said that Muhammad sallam, khalas, there's no wahi, it's the best calamity.
That is.
Jeff had a good point.
That's why that was point number one.
Yeah.
You know, I know I jumped and put the rationale, but in my notes, point number one, to say that Muhammad sallam death was the end of the wahi. You know, yes, the coming down of the wahi, but it was already complete.
Right.
So what did the ulama say? If you want to speak to Allah, make dua.
Yeah.
Okay? If you want Allah to speak to you, read Quran. Okay? I'll further say if you want the Rasul Muhammad to speak to you, read the Hadith Sahih.
Yeah.
Especially the Mutawatir. You know what I'm saying? Read those. Qat'i. Riwayah Qat'iyah. Muhammad will be speaking to you. Okay?
Sabir a Muslim.
If you're lonely.
Our brothers. Assalamu alaikum, brothers. In my humble opinion, this brother was paid. Come on, Abdur-Rahmaan, you gotta answer Sabir for that. Okay?
Hey, matter of fact,
handsomely.
No.
To say what he said.
He's saying that you were paid to say what you said. I won't say that, but I'll ask you how much.
Oh, man.
Tell him, man. Okay. Tell us.
Bro, come on, man.
All right, Abdullah bin Muslim again. Just look at the Quran. It is the blueprint of the seerah.
Exactly. But check this out, though, real quick. Now, we have to understand that with the kuffar, okay, that there are some that push their agenda, and they push it by omission. Omission meaning that you're leaving things out in order to make your point valid, okay. there are some that are paid to do so, like Rush Limbaugh. He's paid. I don't even know what Rush Limbaugh's real opinion is. He's paid. Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
Okay, these guys are paid, and even on the so-called left, they got individuals that are paid to carry certain agendas and opinions.
Yeah.
What do you say of a person that carries an agenda that's anti what he claims to stand on, but is not paid?
Don't you remember that book? I think Brother Sajid, I don't know if he covered this subject on the Rand Corporation.
Yeah.
When they wrote that paper by Cheryl Bernard about the civil democratic Islam, how they were talking about to divide and support certain group, whether in the state and outside the state. And for them, those who practice considered dangerous, and those who don't. So it's part of the system that they're doing this.
Well, you know what? They don't trust the ones that don't practice either.
Yeah, like the useful idiots.
If you read it, they don't trust you guys.
Yeah.
Because you know what they say? They say you're not sincere.
Oh, yeah.
So they can't trust. So they don't trust Muslims that actually believe and practice.
Yeah.
But they don't trust you guys that are Aussie or.
So Brother Abdur-Rahmaan actually says, "Assalamu alaikum."
Okay.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you for tuning in.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Yeah. Abdullah, Ikhwan, Knowledge North is watching on YouTube, by the way. Okay. Yeah. How are you, brothers? Alhamdulillah, we're good. So his brother Abdur-Rahmaan said, so brothers, unfortunately, you have completely misrepresented and or misunderstood what I said so far. Okay. I'm going to watch the video again, if that was the case.
No. I watched it twice.
You watched it twice already?
I cannot do it again.
Okay. So...
you got it on.
Yeah, Abdullah Ibn Muslim was replying to Brother Abdur-Rahmaan. Abdur-Rahmaan, right? Abdur-Rahmaan. Knowledge North have a discussion with either Mazin or these brothers live then. Who's Mazin? Mazin? Who's that?
I don't know.
Don't hide behind. We don't sit with Ahlul Bidah. I don't know why Abdullah Ibn Muslim saying that. Knowledge North, but Abdur-Rahmaan said, they're ignoring me, bro. Behave yourself. I think he's talking to Abdur-Rahmaan talking to Abdullah, okay? Okay. Then Knowledge North said, if only you brothers had actually went through my playlist, you will have realized just how much you misrepresented our position, every single point so far. You extrapolated, bro, and clearly misunderstood. Abdullah Ibn Muslim said, Islam is an idea and a method. That is an aqidah and sharia.
He slandered Taquddin Abhani. You slandered him. Wallah, you slandered him.
Abdullah Ibn Muslim replying to Brother Abdur-Rahim. Abdur-Rahmaan. Sorry, akhi. Knowledge North, your point about Nuh and other prophets not having a khilafah has no relevance.
Exactly.
That's what Abdullah Ibn Muslim said. Because Sharru min qablina is not a source of sharia.
From people before. Yeah.
I think he meant like Sira min qablina, I think. Okay.
Wait a minute, even the Sharia is not.
Oh, Sharia, I'm sorry. Yeah,
the Sharia would be.
Abdullah ibn Muslim, sahih. Shar' min qablina is not a source of Sharia for us, correct? Ya akhi Abdullah ibn Muslim. And Ahl al-Manhaj, I'm sorry. Ala Manhaj al-Nubuwah. I can read English. I don't need English. Okay. Ala Manhaj al-Nubuwah is specific to the Shar' of Muhammad sallallahu. Okay. Exactly. Even Musa alayhi salam was alive, he would follow me.
Yes.
Jeff Williams looks 30 to 20. Colin Jeff looks like 30 to 20. What? 30 plus 20? Okay, Brother Abdur-Rahmaan, Knowledge North. I didn't make a mistake or lie. You have simply misrepresented, brother. I did not deny a single hadith.
Look. If that video.
Behave now, bro.
No.
Behave.
If that video is still up,
yeah.
Go to Sajid Libham's page. Yeah. YouTube page.
Yeah,
look at that video.
The viewers are listening. Go back to the original video from Brother Sajid Lipham.
If they don't delete it, it's still there. Read. Listen, but close your eyes, man. you might
work out, do the exercise.
You might throw your phone. Listen, just listen to the video, bruh. Everything we said is what he said.
Listen to it, baby.
Look. We may have. Well, I'm put on me. I may have moved some words because I put in my original notes. He said it was a tragedy. The greatest tragedy that Muhammad Sallam passed away because the wahi was halted and we don't have his sublime example anymore. I went back and said, oh no, he didn't say tragedy. He said calamity. It's the same message. Tragedy, calamity. So we may have misspoken or used different words that are synonymous with other words. You said what you said. You said what you said.
So
go to Sajid Lipham's page and look, listen.
So the listeners, just go back and make sure you listen to it. What happened here? Yeah, go back and listen to it.
To default.
No, go back and listen to it. Okay, listen to it, and so that we can make your own judgment. I'm gonna go back to the comments one more time. Brother Abdur-Rahmaan said there was zero contradiction on our part. Oh, Ali, humble Ali Ortega in the house. Walaikum salam, akhi. Brother Abdur-Rahmaan, yes.
No, hold on, real quick. I made a point not to defend Taqi Abhani, even though he was slandered. I made a point not to defend him. I made a point not to defend the Hizb ut-Tahrir because I have issue with them. The way they are constructed today, I have issue with them. Okay, and I'm not saying big issues. I'm saying there's some issues. If we don't discuss them, we can't cooperate.
Actually, when I wanna,
but you slandered the brothers.
But
you slandered the movement.
But Brother Sajid, if you're listening, inshallah, this one, I think it'd be also good that if you bring somebody that is in that group, whatever, right?
Like Malkawi.
You can Muhammad Malkawi. He wrote a book on
Abu
that.
Talha,
From Chicago. You can contact him, or you can contact Muhammad Shirazi from Islamic Oasis. He's very active in Chicago. He does a lot of stuff in the Chicago community.
To be fair, Yahi. To be fair, contact someone with the group.
And let give their part, of course, because Muhammad Shirazi, this brother, mashallah, he's very active. He goes to Burma, he goes to Syria, he goes to Somalia. He does a lot of stuff outside, like, helping the Ummah. But he also does stuff in Chicago. He's part of that group. You can probably invite him and have a discussion.
There are people that are not part of the group that would not sit there and make the statements that you made. There are people that are not part of the group that would not sit still. I mean, because fairness is fairness, Yahi.
So Brother Abdur-Rahmaan is saying that if there is a way of speaking to you to correct you now, I would do so. Any suggestion?
We can do it.
Set up a date?
We can set up a date.
Let's do it.
We can set up a date.
Yeah. That'd be good.
We can set up a date. We can discuss it. No problem. We'll set up a special Yani.
Yes.
Matter of fact,
special Yani.
we can bring him on next week. If he's on now, it means the time zone is
That'd
right.
Be fun.
The time zone is right. I know you're in Saudi right now, probably.
He's not in Saudi, man. I think it's some UK, right?
In the King's Castle.
He can come with the Bruce Lee outfit.
Say, come on, man.
The yellow one.
Yeah, bring Bruce Lee. Don't bring Jet Li this time, man.
I like Jet Li too.
No. Bring Jackie Chan.
Ooh, yeah.
Bring the nose. For the nose. Say no. Here's the issue. If you would like, we can go. I'll listen to it again. I'm telling you, you hurt my feelings. We'll listen to it again, and I'll highlight points.
Buffy.
I'll put all the points. On the stream deck. And I'll listen to this.
You go minute by minute.
I mean, I can't do minute by minute. I'll break it down to 7 points in which you made. I'll just do 7 points, and you have the right to come on and defend yourself.
He said no. I said no.
Let's do it.
He said no. It's almost an hour or something.
I got babies at the house. My wife is at the house. I love my wife. I want to go back home. I'm beta.
Yeah, let's set up a date because that way, I mean, you be prepared. Relaxed.
We're gonna let you prepare.
And we're gonna have like another hour conversation. It might take like more than an hour because
it may be short. I'm gonna press the button and you're gonna say what you said, and then you'll say something different.
I'm definitely interested to see what he's gonna say.
See, he's gonna come again. He's like our guest. I don't know how hard it was to bring this brother as a guest
after doing this in the park.
Come on,
and doing his.
Man, I'm here.
Alhamdulillah.
So let's do that, Akhi Abdur-Rahmaan.
It's your option. Hey, we'll give you until, let's say Thursday. Give you until Thursday to...
He's in UK, so that means the time difference. 1 second.
Well, this is morning for them. Is it
in
8
UK?
Oh, you know what? No, man, he's up, man. He's up early.
Oh, it's 2:28 in the morning. Wow.
So we
made
would
a point to listen.
We would make...
Watch.
Hey.
He's asking for 10 minutes.
He won't do 10 minutes. He won't do 10 minutes.
Yalla, let's do it next week. You have something going on. We do it every Saturday.
No, because if we misquoted you, we want to have you on the stream deck. Or we can press a button and it will quote you.
Right.
Okay, if it's 9 p.m., what time is it there? Because now
it says 2:30.
Right now it's like in London it's just almost 2:30. Yeah.
That's 5 hours. That's just 5 hours. What is it in the morning?
Yeah, in the morning. It's 2:30 in the morning.
What time is it now?
Here is 8:30.
Or just 8:30 here. So that's 5.
So
7 hours. 6 hours. I'm sorry. What I'm saying. 6 hours. That's 6 hours difference.
Can you do it after Fajr? I don't need to prepare, bro. Ooh, look at that. I don't need to prepare.
No. We want to look. If we're misquoting you, we want to quote you. We're gonna press a button. That button is gonna give the audio of what you said.
Yeah.
And therefore,
But he's gonna say you misunderstood, and then he's gonna.
No, he said I don't need to.
But he said it too many times.
He said he wants only 10 minutes. I don't need to prepare, bro. I just want to highlight how you got it all topsy-turvy. I think that's a British term, I think. Good day, Mike.
They use it here, just on the other side of town.
I love it. What's this too? Just 10 minutes, bro. It's 10 minutes. Honestly, bro, just 10 minutes, man. You're talking about 10 minutes.
You want to bring him on 10 minutes?
How can we? How can you do the?
Click the ad. Send him a link. Put a link in the chat. Do you have it where the chat is interactive where you can actually comment?
Let's see. I don't have that option here.
Yeah, you have it.
I can see the chat. He said can do next week. If you can do next week, how about the week after? Hey, it's Ramadan too. Hey, you can be awake.
Yeah, so
you can be suhoor, man.
We're less likely to tell fibs in Ramadan, so.
Let's see. Well, Maghrib is coming in too, man.
Yeah. No, it's right on the side. You got
Here.
click on the ad the two.
This one here.
Yeah, it's down further. I think it gives you the option to add. I purchased
this
so
one
many
here, the show and hide interviews. This one.
Yeah. I mean, you could bring him on now, but I don't think it'll do justice.
Yeah.
Because I'm quoting him based on notes I made.
Yeah.
I want to play his audio on what he said.
What you're saying.
That's what I want to do.
Okay.
So you can't say you didn't say what you said when you said it.
But he gonna say this is what I meant when I said it.
Is that Mama say Mama Gusa? Mama Gusa?
Mama say.
All right. Hey, but Abdur-Rahmaan, come on. So if you can't make it next week, when can you make it?
Whatever day, baby.
Now you call him baby.
Whatever day. You said what you said.
No way, Ramadan. Why? Come on. You're gonna be suhoor time, and you're gonna do suhoor.
No. Really religious. We're religious during Ramadan.
Really? I still do work.
Yeah.
I do the.
I mean, the Sahaba fought jihad during Ramadan.
Right.
But
I still go to work
we
out.
are so religious during Ramadan. I'm not even me. I'm like. You can have my wallet, sir. I will not fight back. This is Ramadan.
So unfortunately, we can't do it right now, but we are more than happy to have you as a interviewer in our show.
As a yani.
But give us it has to be Saturday though. Let us know which Saturday of this month.
Hey, look. If you want to defend yourself, I don't want to misquote you. You say I misquoted you.
Man, mashallah is very consistent. Keep asking for 10 minutes now. It's very consistent, mashallah.
No, you're actually down to 5 minutes.
Yeah, the 10 minutes gone now.
You're actually down to 5 minutes now. You keep asking for 5 more minutes? Yeah.
We're gonna keep talking after all the minutes gone.
No.
That was on a bounty commercial or something, man.
Oh, you gotta save him.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
We're
not prepared right now.
Let us know, but it has to be. We usually do the podcast 7 p.m. Central Time, San Antonio, Texas. Sometimes we do it at 9, but depends on the situation.
Sajid Lipham, he should have corrected you on the show in real time. That's what he should have done. But he sit there just feeding you softball questions, and you were in really in comfortable space. But here you're not in comfortable space because we're not gonna let you slander Taqwadeen Abhani. We're not gonna let you slander HT. I got problems with HT myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those are issues that we can actually discuss. But I'm not gonna slander them. You know, especially if they at least trying to do the work, discussing Khilafah, which you just totally dismissed the concept of Khilafah. You did. Yes, you did. So I'm going to play your quotes, your audio from Sajid Lipham's show. If y'all don't delete it.
Hey, use the 4K download real quick right now.
Yeah, for real.
I'm going right now. 4K download.
Let me do it right now.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we got a 4K download that right now. You get it, man. Get it. Get it before they delete it.
I don't think they're going to delete it.
I don't think they're going to delete it.
No. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, right. We're not going to have any quotes.
So, Brother Hassan said, no, can do later, brothers. Here's the deal. Let's do 10 minutes, and if you want to take it further later, cool by me.
Why we got to give them 10 minutes to take it further later?
I know. Khalas, we'll do next time. Let us know when are you available. Yeah, Akhi Abdur-Rahmaan.
We're not pressed. We're gonna let everybody go and watch the original video.
Yeah. Let the audience go watch it.
And let them get it through their head. Let them discern, extrapolate, or whatever. After they do that, then we can come on. You know,
and we can have a very interesting, good discussion. Inshallah.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'll be civil.
You gotta go watch him.
Yeah,
Because he's gonna be like,
I'll make sure you be civil.
yeah. He's gonna
look.
the Bruce Lee.
Yeah,
I'll even sit there and be quiet and let Brother Yusuf, who's more civil than I am. I'm saying he's more civil than I am. I'll let him handle it, and I'll just sit there and be quiet.
Right.
I'll sit there like Amu Dum Dum.
I don't think you can do that though.
I'm dum dum.
Faris.
Should I take it live?
Yeah. What do you want?
Assalamu alaikum.
Put him on speakerphone, man.
One second.
Don't let him slide. Put him on speakerphone.
السلام عليكم. أنا في الأوفيس ابن حلال وينك؟
مع مين؟
مع صديقه جبريل.
صديق جبريل قاعدين هناك ولا ماشيين؟
قاعدين على البودكاست لايف ابن حلال، ايش بك أنت؟
اوه لايف.
And guess what? You're live too. You're live too.
Subhanallah.
طيب متى هتخلصوا؟
يعني بعشوني خلص إن شاء الله.
اوكي let me know when you're done.
Okay. يلا الله معك. السلام عليكم. This guy. سبحان الله.
Yeah. So I guess that's it. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, if you don't like 10 minutes, then no need to do more. But you won't regret just a minute, I promise. Abdur-Rahmaan, khalas, we made our decision. Let us know when you're available in the Saturdays because we're gonna prepare. We're gonna come back. The listeners are gonna go back and watch it again, inshallah, so they can probably give their notes, their point of view.
The show might not look like it, but we actually do pre-production prep. We prep for the show. So if we're not able to bring you on right now, split screen, whatever, because we haven't prepped for it. We haven't prepped for it. So, hey, you can come on X Factly. I'm talking about red flags. How many of us have them? You can come on tomorrow. We're talking about relationship stuff. So that way, talk about the relationship between you and Saudi.
أعوذ بالله, man. If I could do Umrah Hajj this year, then
I was walking down the street and a strong wind blew MBS's stove up against his body, and he was shaped like Beyonce.
Come on, man.
Oh man!
All the single princes.
Oh man! Come on, man! You know what's gonna happen, man.
Wow.
Okay, well, anyway, we'll conclude now because we don't have 10 minutes.
Actually, it's Maghrib time already. It's Maghrib time already,
Say, it took us 20 minutes to tell you we don't have 10 minutes.
Yeah, come on, man.
No. You're welcome to come on.
Yeah.
I'll be quiet. I'll let Amo Yusuf handle the entire discourse. I said what I said. I have your audio. Oh, hey, boy, hey, he can play the beginning when you say what you said. The greatest calamity to befall the Ummah is the death of the Rasul Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because we were cut off from the way and his sublime example.
He didn't say that. He did not say it like that, man. Come on. He did not say it like that.
That's not a direct quote. He didn't say.
He's imitating in front of him while he's watching. Oh my God.
Bruh, look. We are in a bad condition as an ummah. We don't need people, I almost said something. We don't need people pleasuring Saudi administration. We don't need that. They don't need more pleasure. They have too many pleasures. They have golden toilets. They have yachts out in the water, out on the shores that they don't even use, Yahi. They keep buying bigger and bigger yachts. They have yachts sitting there collecting plankton, not even being used.
You have Dubai too, and Abu Dhabi, all the Gulf.
Yeah. But I'm talking about the ones that have quwwah, the ones that have power. Okay, the ones like Saudi that have a military. I used to go and meet with the Saudi military soldiers on Lackland Air Force Base before 9/11. We used to go and we had talk, we eat. We used to go to the Lackland. They call it it's not a masjid on military base.
The Masala.
So Masala. We used to go there and meet with the sheikhs and do all this and talk and all this stuff. And we met with the military, and they told us they would learn how to fly the planes because Saudi's buying the planes. So they have the planes, they have the tanks. They only kill Muslims with them. They only kill Muslims. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
This brother's name is Ammo Jibril.
Ammo Jibril.
He was asking about you, like, what's your name in the middle?
Oh, yeah, we got you.
Okay. He basically said, I'm not available later. Hence, I'm up now. Maybe that's a British thing. Is that like TUT? I don't know.
Brother, why
I
are you
don't speak
up
English.
at 2:30? Are you curb crawling?
Maybe he's making tahajjud. You never
No,
know.
no, and you can't call it when you cruising around. They call it curb crawling.
Oh, I see. So, bro,
It's a bad thing, I think.
What's your name?
I would hope
Okay,
not.
or in the
Think so.
middle. Or the sheikh in the middle. Oh, you're sheikh now.
Yeah.
Sheikh Jet Li.
Nah.
No,
Sheikh Jet Li.
he's shaking the middle up though.
Straw man, bro.
Shaking
No
up the
one
middle.
cares to pleasure any throne.
Yeah. Wait. There's two ways you can please the throne.
Uh-huh.
You can please him, Yani.
What does that mean? What does it please him yani mean? Can you
No,
extrapolate?
Please don't.
Extrapolate.
Look, and you can also
Extrapolate that.
and you can also please them by cementing the throne of an illegitimate leadership.
Extrapolate.
Every Muslim that suffers because of their military inactivity, every Muslim that suffers because of their military activity, it falls on your shoulders. It falls on your shoulders because you support them.
Okay.
Nasibu minha wa kiflu minha. You're going to receive a portion or equal, I'm saying, to what you support and what you recommend. What you recommend and what you support.
Sheikh Jibril.
No.
If you support evil,
He's
you're
not
going
that
to
old.
receive a portion of that. If you support good, you receive the like of that. That's what Allah Ta'ala says in Quran. So
He's asking, can you do one more favor? But before we go, as I mentioned, Maktab al-Waqfiyya, waqfiyya.com. Check out the book, Nadhirat al-Khuruj fi al-Fiqh al-Siyasi al-Islami. Please study it, Brother Abdur-Rahmaan and Sajid Libham. Look into it, please. And it's almost 8:40 right now.
Yeah,
We've been online for almost like 1 hour and 40 minutes. What's 1 hour? It's 1 hour and 40 minutes. Maghrib is almost here. So knowledge. Brother Abdur-Rahmaan said, can you do me one favor? Nothing to do with me. Well, bisur'a. Let us know what because we're gonna bounce.
yeah, we're going to bounce out.
Bisur'a. That was good, man. This is good.
Is that it? We're closing?
I'm
more feedback?
waiting his last comment. What any government does, bro. Okay. Anyway. Just in case I have the download anyway, just in case.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Are we done?
Should we turn off?
Yeah, so anyway, this has been Amu Yum Yum the podcast with Amu Yusuf and our special guest, Amu Jibril and Draco, Soldier. Abdur-Rahmaan, you need a slap.
Come on, man.
No, he does, man. You can't expel lies like that. You can't espouse lies like that. You can't do it, man. Stop a lot of things.
Yalla, sorry. Don't forget, brothers and sisters, watch the original video.
Watch the original video
Sajid
before they
Libham.
take it down.
They're not gonna take it.
I think they'll take it
I
down.
don't think so.
He don't want nobody to hear that.
He's trolling them now.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, that's what he's doing.
They will take it down.
He making sure you leave it up.
They will take it down. Hey, you guys should take it down. I'm gonna say no.
يلا اخوان
دادي.
السلام عليكم
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.